All right, so right about now it's time for my Oche, and I told you all I'll be joined by a very special guest on my Oche, someone who has been in the city for a couple of days, and he probably will tell us his experiences so far. Ladies and germs, joining me in welcoming Mr. John Ennibukun, who's actually the curator, Audiomack, Gospel, and West Africa as well. Good day, bro.
Good day, bro. How you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, so first up, let's start from how does it feel to be here?
It feels good. Feels amazing. The few days I've spent here, the experiences I've had, really worthwhile, to be honest.
What has been that particular part of the experience that you never thought you would get while coming to Enugu?
Okay, so when I go somewhere, I like to explore the food, and I like to explore the music. I like to meet the artists. So the few days I've spent here, I have spent, trying new things and also meeting new people. Yeah. So that's always the highlight of every experience or of every travel for me.
All right, that's cool. So let's talk about you and your role at Audiomack. Permit me to ask, how long have you been at Audiomack?
Okay, so this is I've spent over a year at Audiomack, but officially 9 months, because I started as ambassador for Nigeria before I got, the role of Curator West African Gospel. Yeah. So altogether combined, I've spent over 14 months at Audiomack, which is a year and 2 months.
All right, so that's cool. Now, it feels good to know that you've been there, even before the whole Audiomack thing, you've been into the whole music thing. I mean, for you to be a curator there, you have to have been through a lot and known a lot as well. So I want to know exactly, what do you see as the future of, the Southeast music scene?
I feel like music has been centralized in Nigeria for a very long time. You have to be in Lagos to blow. That is the idea that we had. But over time, we've seen the development of new artists from, smaller places in the country, states that were not on the map, that did not have representation before, are beginning to have representation. We're talking about states like Enugu, Abuja, PH. The decentralization only pointed us to the fact that there are more artists in these states. For example, Burna Boy is not from Lagos, and he reps his city. Yeah, true. Psycho YP is not from Lagos, he reps his city. So for the future of Southeast music, I feel like we have gotten to the point where artists are going to rep this city and their immediate cities and get the audience that they would get, and also get the recognition that they need everywhere else, because technology has come in as a bridger for that.
I love that. And so let's talk about Audiomack's role in actually putting out these artists out there. Now, is there can we call a particular artist that you can say, hey, this artist is actually a notable artist that you can say, hey, at least Audiomack contributed to a larger percent of this guy being blown as he is right now?
Okay, so there are a few artists. I'm going to mention the few that are recent, so that we just don't have recency bias. Recently, we have Lasmid from Ghana. He became popular just based off Audiomack. Same as Olive the Boy from Ghana. Lasmid got signed to Dapper some months ago. And he's the only Ghanaian act that has been signed to Dapper as a label. And that came in because of Audiomack support. The most recent artist we've supported is Ayomaf. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah, sure.
So Ayomaf came through. His numbers came through Audiomack, Apple Music, Spotify. I'm sorry to mention.
Well, it's
other
cool.
DSPs, but they had no idea it was coming. We were the first to recognize the talent. We were the first to put him on editorials, put him on the features that we have on our platform to make him, the artist he is today. He's currently on Audiomack's Artist You Need to Hear right now, with his last single, which dropped out, I think, about a week or two ago. So those are artists that I can point to and say, without Audiomack, these artists would not have gotten to where they are today.
So let's bring it home to the cold city, Enugu State. I mean, over the years, whether they hate it or they love it, I mean, Enugu State has been responsible for a couple of great arts that you hear out there. I mean, likes of Fino and, Il Blaze, and most recently, Jerry, Aguero Banks, and a couple of them. But then I want to know from you exactly, who is that artist that that you are looking at in the state right now? I mean, you've been here. I saw a couple of shots. I saw the Hugo P. I saw with High Style, La Vista, and all of them. So who is that artist, or who are those artists that you see that has that potential from around here?
You know, when you said who is that artist, he just puts here in my hand.
Yeah, that's why I say who are
you mention one person now.
That's why I say who are the artists.
So the artists that we're looking at presently that are doing great numbers on the platform.
Yeah.
First of all, I have to mention Jerick for putting Ennibukun on the map from the beginning. I mean, in recent times.
Yeah,
let's forget about the times of Kino.
Yeah, true.
Then we have Rod Kelly, we have Aguero Banks, Hasta La Vista. There are a couple of artists, Deluxe, also making Afrobeat music.
Yeah.
There are a lot of artists who are, doing amazing stuff. And the interesting thing is that, there are different scenes. Although the Ennibukun music is popular for, the rap, the drill, and the trap influences. But we also have Afrobeat artists here doing well for themselves. So yeah, those are the artists that we are looking at. We are not just looking at artists we already know. We're also looking to discover artists that we've not met before through, our connection here in Ennibukun.
I like the fact you mentioned rap, and I like the fact you mentioned Afrobeat, because I was actually coming to that. So a couple of days back, you were at the Afrobeat community hangout, yes, which I feel like big shout outs to K Legal and Deluxe for actually putting that one up, which is actually an aim to, sort of like showcasing Afrobeat artists, because over the years, I don't know if you guys noticed from your end, but the cold city Enugu has actually been known as that hip hop state.
Yes,
and we're trying to change that. We're trying to make people know that, hey, it's not just about rap.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the hip hop heads, a couple of them from here, but then we also have these guys who can sing, who are the Afrobeat guys, who are the lover boys and all of that. Now, with what you've seen so far, how impressed are you, and what do you feel that Audiomack can actually do to this artist? I'm talking the Afrobeat artist right now.
So let's start from the fact that Afrobeat is a universal language now. It's more or less like English. You play Afrobeat in UK and somebody singing along to it. So like Afrobeat can cut across any place at any time, just because of how infectious the sound is. And Enugu is not the first place to have like the dominance of rap before Afrobeat comes. Even Lagos had the dominance of rap for a period before Afrobeat artists. They were coexisting, and before we knew, Afrobeat took off. Abuja is experiencing the same situation where they have rap and trap influences, but they also have Afrobeat artists, making their thing and also getting their audience. So I see Enugu as a similar market in that spectrum. I see Enugu as like a place that when Afrobeat music is made, and by the time the artists come together, work together as they already know they should, Afrobeat is going to be a top genre here.
All right, so big shout outs to you, John, and thank you for coming through. But finally, before we let you go, for an artist who's probably watching right now and saying to himself, hey, I have a good sound, and how can I get on Audiomack? So what would be your advice to them?
My advice to any artist watching this right now who wants to be on the platform, wants to get support, is to let me break it down. First of all, if you are uploading yourself through the Audiomack creators account, remember to send a pitch to editors, curators on the platform. You can do that by sending a mail to contentops@audiomack.com. That way your music gets a chance to be heard by curators and placed on playlists.
All right.
And one last thing, we also have a new feature called where you can advertise your song for yourself, through the back end. All you have to do is to just input. You can distribute from your bank, you can distribute from your card, you can advertise directly on the platform without having to go through any middleman. So yeah.
All right, so big shout outs to you, John, and well done to you guys. We see what you do, keep doing what you're doing, and all we can say from here is love, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show.
All right. Okay, guys, so before I go, I'd like to give a big happy birthday shout outs to a very beautiful young lady. Yes, Oluwamachi Obina. Today is your birthday, and your auntie Marvelous says to wish you a happy birthday. She says to tell you that you should grow in God's light, love, and wisdom. She says to tell you that she loves you, and you will always always be her special baby. So happy birthday to you, darling. All right, guys. So that's it on the show for today. Tomorrow we'll go again, same time, 2 to 3 p.m. It happens every weekday right here on Afia TV. I have been your host as always. My name is Choco Annie, and I don't do nothing loco because I always stay fly like I'm supposed to. So we'll do this again tomorrow. Stay fly and be good. And from me to you, it's Udo Noganiru. Bye-bye.